business can be defined as an economic system where goods and services are exchanged for one another or for money. Intelligence is a capacity for learning, reasoning, and understanding, for collecting truths and information. In general, business intelligence is a combination of methods and technologies that could gather, store, report, and analyze business data to help people make business decisions.
Main component in business intelligence. There have 6 components in business intelligence. The first is data warehousing, data source, online analytical processing or OLAPs. Next is data mart, enterprise data warehouse, and BI analytics. Okay, for the first one, data warehousing. The role of data warehousing is to increase the value of data asset in organization and be responsible to store, extract operational data, and make those extracts available to users in a useful format. The next is data warehousing designed to facilitate management decision making and to look at the statistics of business processes like how they relate to one another. The second one is data source. Data source involves various forms of stored data. It takes the raw data and using software application business intelligence in order to create meaningful data source. BI also may create data tools that allow data to be put into a large cache of spreadsheets, tables, or graphs that can be used for a business purpose. For example, data also can be used to create presentations that help to structure attainable team goals. An online analytical processing or OLAP. This technique for dynamically examining database data and using arithmetic functions such as sum and average to presenting information. Data can be viewed as cube that consists of axes, dimensions, measure, slice, and level. Data mart. Data mart are very easy to manage because it consists of smaller data and can be restricted to a particular type of input data, business function, and business unit. The next is enterprise data warehouse. It can be combined the data warehouse structure and data mart structure. It requires high costing to create, staff, and operate. The last one is BI analytics. BI analytics used to gain insight that form business decisions and to automate and optimize business process. BI analytics consists of 3 different perspectives.
A data source is simply the source of the data. It can be a file, a particular database on a DBMS, or even a live data feed. The data might be located on the same computer as the program or on another computer somewhere on a network. The purpose of a data source is to gather all of the technical information needed to access the data, include the driver name, network address, network software, and so on into a single place and hide it from the user. Here is 3 examples of data source, which is file, SAP, and RDBMS. Access file refer to software and activities related to storing, retrieving, and acting on data housed in a database. Text file include word processing documents, log files, and save email message. Common text file is TXT, RTF, LOGNDOCX. Excel file. Excel sample data can be used to create test file and build Excel tables and pivot tables. System Application and Product in Data Processing or SAP divide into security and data integrity. Security includes segregation of duties and system change, while data integrity includes data integrity issue, controls, and control risks. A Relational Database Management System or RDBMS is a program that allows us to create, update, and administer a relational database. Most relational database management systems use the SQL language to access the database. SQL language is a programming language used to communicate with data stored in a relational database management system. ETL has three phases, which is extraction, transformation, and loading. Extraction is the process of reading data from database. The data was collected from different sources. The data source can be files like CSV, JSON, XML, or DBMS. Transformation is the process of converting the extracted data from its previous form into the form it needs, so that the data can be placed into another database. The main aim of this step is to load the data to the target database in a clean and general format, depending on the organization requirement. Loading is the process where data is loaded into a data warehouse or any other database or application that houses data.
Enterprise Data Warehouse is the core component of business intelligence. Enterprise Data Warehouse is a unified database that holds all the business information and organization and makes it accessible all across the company. EDW consists of three layers, including Operational Data Store, Data Warehouse, and Data Mart. An Operational Data Store, or ODS, is a database designed to integrate data from multiple sources for additional operations on the data. The integration often involves cleaning, resolving redundancy, and checking the integrated data, then moved to another database called Data Warehouse. In Data Warehouse, the data is arranged into hierarchical groups. The transferred data may require data cleansing in ODS to ensure data quality before it is used for reporting. Data Mart is a subset of the data warehouse, and it is used to get data out to the users. The information in data marts belong to a single department. This enables each department to isolate the use, manipulation, and development of their data.
Another component in business intelligence is data analytics. Came after data warehouse and being divided into data mart. Data analytics means the qualitative and quantitative techniques and process used to enhance the productivity and business gain. The first part of data analytics is business intelligence tools. These tools are designed to retrieve, analyze, transform, and report data for business intelligence. These tools are used to perform the analyzing process. So here we came up with three different tools for business intelligence. The first one is Yellowfin Business Intelligence. It is a proprietary tool founded in 2003 in Melbourne, Australia, implying the relation online analytical processing rollup, and Yellowfin actually start in their location intelligence, which implying the GIS functionality in their analysis. The second one is Palo. Palo founded in 2014 for their company Geodox, based in Germany. It offers both open source and proprietary tools, and implies the MOLAP, which means multidimensional online analytical processing. And another one is Pentaho. Pentaho is an open source tool founded by Hitachi Data System based in Florida in 2017. Pentaho implies their data integration processing for their data analysis. The next one is report or dashboard. These are actually the product from the data analysis. A dashboard means all prerequisite information application reports is merged and arranged on a single screen so that the user can monitor and read it at a single glance. So this is the example of dashboard consisting of all multiple type of information here in a single screen. Another one is report. This just means a presentation of data to the end user in such a way that they can easily understand and analyze them for the benefit of their business. Each report is based on one dataset, and report can come in various ways or diagrams such as bar chart, pie chart, bar graph, line graph, horizontal, vertical graph, and others. Here is the comparison for dashboard and reports. First one is on pages capability, which means dashboard can only come in one page, but reports may become from one or more pages. For their data sources, dashboard can have one or more reports or data sets per dashboard, but reports can only come from single data sets. And as you can see, another component of dashboard and report can be compared to each other. As you can, the last one, filtering. Dashboard cannot filter or being filtered or sliced, but reports may have different ways to filter, highlight, and slice. As we know that there are many ways to read a single report, and a single report can give one or more information on a data set. And last one is information delivery of the data analytics. Information deliveries come for the real-time queries on some information. These information are given for the users accordingly to their position in the business itself, and this information need to put a certain limit in access, and this information also the one that inclusive decision making in the business. As we can see here, this is the example of the different position in the business and their requirement of the information. For example, admins maintain the reports of the data, developer produce the report, and these power users such as CEO, executive lines needs this application reporting, ad hoc reports, and application user staff, and underlining the last one is for reports and KPIs. They have to submit them. That's all. And other.
Ultimately, the BI system must be accepted and utilized by the users in order for it to add value to the organization. A good information portal should be usable in order for users easily find what they need in BI tool. The portal is not just a report printing tool. It should contain more functionalities such as advice, help, support information, and documentation. The portal should be designed so it is easily understandable and not over-complex as to confuse the users. The portal should be implemented in a way that makes it easy for the user to use its functionality and encourage them to use the portal. Scalability and customization give the user the means to fit the portal to each user. The information portal should have an intranet and extranet. Intranet, which refers to an enterprise's internal website or partial IT infrastructure, may house more than one private website and is a critical component for internal communication and collaboration. An extranet is often a private part of a website. It is restricted to select users through user IDs, password, and other authentication mechanisms on a login page.
So let's look at the importance of business intelligence implementation. They have four important elements, which is improve visibility, turning data into actionable information, gain a better understanding of your business past, present, and future. The last one is to improve efficiency. For the first one is improve visibility. It can improve our control over various important process and help to identify any areas that need improvement and also save time and improve productivity. The second point is turning data into actionable information. BI intelligence able to identify key trends and patterns in our organization data and help us to make important connection between different areas of our business that seem unrelated. The next is business intelligence help us to understand the implication of various organization process better and also can enhance our ability to identify suitable opportunities for the organization and enabling to plan for successful future of our organization. The third point is to improve efficiency. BI can increase our productivity of the organization, share information across different departments that can save time on reporting process and analytics, and BI also can reduce duplication of roles or duties within the organization. Okay, for the last one is gain a better understanding of your business past, present and future. This is very most important element in business intelligence implementation because the data can be utilized. Okay, let's look for example how much piece of a certain product was sold in which location and by which customer representative. So we can know that by using BI. Challenge in implementing business intelligence. Even though business intelligence gives us many or more benefit to our organization, but we must know that we will face many challenges in implementing it to our organization. For the first one is employees training to use the system. Many employees doesn't know what is business intelligence actually, so that we need high intensity training on the new system using visual presentation of data that looks like more easier than other method. Next is a large time investment is needed. Time needed to customize the software for your business in-house. Time spent for training the employees. Deploy hardware that is compatible with what already in your office. Getting good quality data is hard. The data provided the system has to be highest quality and it must measure exactly what you want it and present this in the form of business and graph. Top-tier data that provided by business intelligence is harder and you must spend a lot of time figuring out. Next is delivering mobile business intelligence. We know that mobile devices constantly change the way we do business because there is high demand for mobile business intelligence and analytics.
So coming through to the example on real implementation of business intelligence. So here we came up with 6 different fields that implement business intelligence in their field. There are lots of others also fields that implement business intelligence, but we came up with these 6 examples. The first one is e-commerce. As we know that the high usage of internet in these days, making through online purchasing, online business. That's the reason why these e-commerce websites are getting much more profit from the industry. The example of e-commerce websites such as Lazada and Zalora, how they implement the business intelligence. For example, a customer seeing or browsing a certain product from the past, they can also they can compute the past reviewing so that they can offer the product for the customer on discount. And they can also help the customer purchasement by and saving the information for the future suggestion for the specific customer. Second one is university administration. As we know that university can have numerous of people such as their students, staff, lecturers and others. They also can have different department, administration, library, those workers, cleaners workers. So they also need a centralized database, and these data need to be managed wisely for their output reports for occasion like graduation, index for certain tests, internal result of their result of their university. And the third one is service provider. Service providers such as mobile services, billing, such as electrical, water billing. These service providers need to compete with each other, such as, for example, in mobile provider industry, if they cannot offer the best service for their customers, so their customer might change their mobile provider to another one. So in here, high competition make this provider highly use of business intelligence so that they can provide the best offers for their customers. For example, a customer that have high need in internet, so they can offer maybe discounts for these particular customers, and another customers may come from different country, so they can have maybe free call for their country. Next one is supermarkets. Supermarkets have also have lots and lots of product in their shop, so they need business intelligence to computerize which product make lots of profit, which product are not being bought for 3 months, so they need to disregard these products, and they can control their profit and loss of money in terms of their business. The next one is crime agencies. Crime agencies, for any crime agencies and police departments, they also need high analysis of their information. In case one crime happened, then they maybe need information such as plate number of a car, company registration information for executive crime. And the last one is stock market investment. As we know that for this stock market, they can easily review the pattern of the market investment in the past, so that they can predict the future, the reason why this market investment fall and others, so that they can help investors to make their investment wisely.